Bacon's bacon. I just love it. Wind advisories and a heat advisory, I believe, today. I mean, what qualifies as a dust storm? Well, we just got flagged down by a trucker, so it's going to be a fun one. Going to Roswell, New Mexico, and we have wind advisories and a heat advisory, I believe, today. So it's going to be a fun one.
Travel day means no power, no AC running in the camper. Arriving in what, upper 90s to 100 degrees. The inside of the camper is well over 90. I'm gonna try to cool it off as fast as I can using a window and one of the max air fans to get like a flow going. Suck out as much hot air as I can before flipping on the AC, but it's gonna be probably 8, 9 o'clock at night before it really cools down.
So what are y'all's thoughts on the wind thing? I mean, weirdly, it doesn't freak me out much, but maybe it's because I got Mr. Dooley over here helping things out on a travel trailer, but I feel like just slowing down. What do you think?
Slowing down, of course, we've already done with the old truck, Wyoming, and we had some in Nebraska. We had some serious winds. A lot of places you can't avoid the wind. Adventure awaits.
It got so hot yesterday on the driver's side of our rig with the sun beating on it that the tire pressure sensors overheated, and one of them started reading 199 psi and just going crazy. Because our fridge struggled too, didn't it, Renee?
Yes, the refrigerator did struggle. It always does on a super hot travel day. So I'm very careful what I have in there, waiting until we get to our next destination to buy more of our truly perishables versus bottles of water and a couple of sodas. Let's go. So yesterday we left San Antonio and we came to Big Spring, Texas, just for an overnight. And we are at Texas RV Park. Really great, right off the road, super easy to get in and out.
So looking at the route, there's nothingness. 3 hours of nothingness, so we're going to hit some fuel and thank goodness for a 50-gallon gas tank as we do this, and we'll see what happens.
Shoes off and get comfortable.
Seems like we have an unlucky track record of being held up into the really hot weather and then leaving places like Texas in the middle of the summer.
Yes. Last year we were just rolling out of the Gulf Coast in August after getting down there to get ourselves established for our permanent home of residence or whatever. This year, after doing winter down south, we had plans we really wanted to be gone, what did we say, like April?
Yep.
Mid-April or so.
Yeah.
But all of the projects like converting to lithium and replacing an AC unit. And what was some of the other things you did that we covered, Greg?
Well, one thing going back to the lithium too was 460 amp hours, and then now as this thing progresses, I feel like that's not going to be enough, or not going to be enough to like be out there boondocking and just do everything but the AC. So that stands to be determined a little bit. We'll see though.
So the lithium isn't actually completed. What do you have to do? Transferring like power from?
Yeah, I got to get the inverter wired in.
So we have everything for that.
It's just a matter of shutting the power off to do it where you're not going to bake like grandma's old-fashioned cookies in your RV. Well, I'll do that. So we're trying to get a little bit further north into cooler weather.
But obviously, the last time we saw our son that lives in Texas was last August. Greg saw him in, what was it, June? Early June? No, May. You went in May to help him move, but I hadn't seen him yet. So technically like 10 months. There was no way that we could just skip on by and go that long. We hadn't gone that long not seeing our adult sons since they were deployed. But we've just got to get north. We want to explore more. We do want to do the boondocking experience, that see how it is with a little bit more power than just one normal house battery, is it called? Wet cell.
And the good thing is Renee's a lot better than me about the checks you need to actually successfully boondock. Like, for instance, your Starlink actually consumes a lot of power, and cut it off at night when you go to bed and you're not using it. Don't let that router just sit there and run. And Renee will actually remember to do that. I won't. I would leave it on and then be getting up in the middle of the night wondering why we don't have any power.
There's a reason for that, and it's usually because I'll make a checklist and somebody else doesn't. But
no, I got it all in here in my head. I don't know checklist. The heck is that?
He needs a checklist, y'all. He squirrels a lot. But recently we watched a video that Like There's No Tomorrow did, with some of those reminders. I know there's a lot out there. That's just one that I'm remembering off the top of my head, that pointed out all the things to unplug. Because even if you're not running the coffee maker or currently streaming TV while you're asleep, those things are still drawing power, a lot of power off of your battery, especially the Starlink. So I'm building a checklist to make sure that we can make the most of what we have. And then we have zero solar. I feel like we're kind of some of the only ones out there anymore that don't have any solar at all. Our rig was solar prepped, but we have none. But we do have our generator that we can run to give that, boost later in the morning and early evening before going to bed to make sure we have full batteries.
I've also been thinking about those solar panels that are portable.
The suitcase style?
Yeah.
So I like that idea. It's kind of like keeping our Starlink mobile, I guess I should say, instead of permanently mounted. I like the idea that something isn't permanently mounted like Starlink or solar on the roof of the RV, so that, if you are under tree coverage, you can get those things further out, get your signals, get your sunlight, all the things. It is really dusty out. Yeah. And I guess that's probably all the time around here.
I think it's the wind. I mean, what qualifies as a dust storm?
An actual dust storm?
Yeah, I mean, that shows you're like originally from Alabama and East Coast and stuff. You're just like, what qualifies as a dust storm? What is the crossover into, okay, it's a dust storm now?
So here soon we will be changing time zones. As soon as we cross into New Mexico, it'll be an hour earlier.
Cool. I like getting younger when we're traveling. Perfect.
If only it worked that way.
Yeah, I know.
So let's check and see the temperature inside the camper. I know what it's going to do, and it's going to take so much to cool it back off. It is 85 degrees in the camper right now, 86 degrees outside. So pretty much on a travel day, whatever it is outside, that's what it's going to be in there. Am I missing anything? I have tried the vents open, not the fans on, but the vents open, the vents closed. It doesn't make a difference. Yesterday, I opened a garage window, and then up front in the bedroom, I opened that Max Air fan to suck the air out. And Skittles says it wasn't quite fast enough, but she goes into the bathroom on her tree stand. It's always cooler in the bathroom, so she's always fine, even if it's like 90 in the camper. But running the fan with the window open on the opposite end dropped it 3 or 4 degrees pretty quick. So other than opening a window on one end and sucking out air with the max air fan on the other end, does anyone have any advice to cool it down faster? I also notice zero difference if the shades, the blackout shades, are down or up. It literally makes no difference.
Well, we just got flagged down by a trucker.
Couldn't figure out what was wrong. We were checking the tire minder, looking at the tires, and there we go. So it came out of what end? Did it snap?
I'm trying to see that right now. Yeah, the lid just popped out for whatever reason.
Wind?
I don't know.
Watch your back.
Okay. But this thing's crap now. Our good one.
Oh,
but
good
yeah,
thing
this right here.
we have a spare.
Hang on. That somehow just popped.
What you got?
This lid right here just popped out somehow.
Even with the, what's those things, the carabiner?
Yeah. No, the carabiner was hanging on. It popped out of here. It was hanging.
Wow.
I don't know. But I hate it. That was an expensive hose.
That is an expensive hose. We like it too. We do have a spare one of these in the truck. And we still have...
There we go. That's what a few miles of dragging looks like.
I tell you what, I can't remember what color is the
Yep.
non-high dollar ones.
Hey, I would be wearing gloves, but
Yellow.
I left them in my purse, so.
Dang it. And soap and water don't exist. Or even hand sanitizer.
Actually, it does. It's right here.
I know.
Do that.
I'm teasing. I have it in the truck too. Alrighty then.
First casualty of the trip.
Well, that was a crappy situation. It was a little while back. We were traveling and
Hey, y'all, just so you don't get butt hurt, there you go.
we were traveling a little while back, and one of the back doors was swinging open on a truck, and so we kind of got up next to him and flagged him down, and I played a little bit of game of charades with 2 hands, you know, doors, and he figured it out and pulled over. So
Well, you know what though? I'm gonna go pee while we're here.
I'm gonna do that too.
Might as well.
So gotta look out for fellow travelers. I mean, people in automobiles have been helpful too before to others, but RVers and truckers, there's a little bit of teamwork a lot of times, right?
All the laughing I've done about other people losing their crapper hose. Oh, I just lost one. Expensive one. What's nice out here? Dang, the breeze.
Dang, I hate to lose that hose to the trash.
I know. Poor little guy. Probably kept up with us for like a mile or so.
Poor little guy. Probably kept up with you for a mile or so.
Nice, Greg. Okay, so it's been almost 10 minutes and we are down 2 degrees, so now it's 92 in here. It's 101 outside, but very windy, so feels a little bit better out there with that air moving. We have some ominous clouds over here, 35% chance of rain now or in 30 minutes. So I'm crossing my fingers that rain moves in, cools things down a little bit faster. But it's going to be a while. I have the super big floor fan down here to get air moving some more. I mean, as long as you just feel something moving. 91 degrees. We're getting there. Trying to decide when I should close that window and that fan. I'm going to give it 10 more minutes.
Dude, is hot. I mean, like the radiant heat. But it's cool. Everything's gravelly and kind of barren. and there's alien statues everywhere that I'm gonna have to entertain myself with. So that's all we know at this point. We'll go into town here in a little bit, see what's up. It's hot, so why are we doing this, Renee?
So I kind of had some meal plans, but on travel days, it is so hot. I hate to heat up the camper anymore cooking, but tonight we're going out, and tomorrow we're still gonna be here, so I'll fix something. But our next travel day, 2 days away, I'm preparing, and we're doing a we're doing a snack tray.
Charcuterie?
We're doing snacks. We're doing cheeses, meats, crackers, hummus, olives, probably more so me, the olives and him, but we're getting snacks so that I can just pull it all out. There's no heating up the camper. It's cold things, cools us off.
Yeah, the cold food is kind of inviting right now. We've been sweating so much.
Goat cheese. So it's been 12 years since I have been able to shop at an Albertsons. And I have had thick peppered bacon at many grocery stores. None of them compare. So I have plans for this bacon.
Bacon's bacon. I just love it.
Bacon is not bacon. If you, well, you're going to remember.
I think we should go down and tag a sign. What do you think?
I'm down.
Okay. We'll see if we can get a sticker on there that kind of sticks out, I guess.
You want to go up?
I'm gonna get the ladder, my little handy dandy step stool out and do this correctly. Here, take the camera.
I will take the camera. Looks good.
We just landed here on Main Street in Roswell. We're gonna walk around, check out the shops, and see what other things we can get into for the day here. They really go all out. Look at the lamppost.
The little eyes, the alien eyes, that's awesome.
Yep. Follow the footprints.
Follow the footprints.
This way, humanoids.
Roswell, New Mexico. We really enjoyed ourselves today. I will say that you only need a day to get all of Roswell in.
Yeah, I'd say half a day to a day, depending on if you have kids. So I'd say I would stay 2 nights.
Yep. And also, if you need resources, it's a pretty large town with a lot of things. So like, if you're needing to work on your RV or something, I mean, you got all the places, the hardware, you know, the stores to get things. So it's a good place along your travels for resources too.
Yep, so there's restaurants, You have Albertsons for a grocery store. There was a country market, I think is what it was called, is more of a local chain. You have Target, Tractor Supply.
Walmart, a huge Walmart
Yes.
supercenter.
Actually bigger area, I guess, than I anticipated. Super kid friendly. The UFO museum was very entertaining. I liked reading up on some of the stories of who got abducted.
Yeah, so that will make your imagination go wild reading the stories.
Yes.
We can see how people enjoy this and get wrapped up in it for sure.
Right. And we also did the spacewalk. And if you're a kid at heart, go ahead and do it. Super fun little black light walkthrough thing. If you got kids, definitely do it. It's very inexpensive. $5 a person. Discounts can bring it down to $4 if you qualify. So
I always thought that Area 51 and Roswell were like right next to each other. Did Hollywood make me believe that or something? But
probably. Probably.
So I thought it was a fun stop.
Yeah, right along our route. We were going to stop in the area for a night anyhow, so we just made it 2 nights so we can enjoy adventuring around for a day. So yeah, get out there and explore.
And don't wait until it's too late.
We'll see you on the road.